Hello. Okay, I'm trying to get my microphone on right here. Okay. They say you just put it down like this. Okay, I hope this works. Let me see now. Okay, no worry, it'll work. Okay. Well, anyway, hello. How are you? On this beautiful day. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Oops. This is what happens when you don't have a director or an assistant or anything like that. You just get one moron doing this stuff. Okay. Okay. How are you? Let's start, like always, and give your hearts a hug. Come on, just don't be hard. Just give your hearts a hug. Because remember, I'm not talking to your brain. I want to talk to your heart. I guess it's been a while sometimes in between these things I'm telling you. It's because, well, I told you why in the beginning. That never leaves your brain. That part should never leave your brain. And the rest comes easy. I was going to tell you this story and of how I got started into doing this. But there's some other things that come along now that everyday things come along, but this comes along and I want to tell you these things first, and then I'll get to that. So don't worry, I will get to it. So how's your heart today? Pretty good? Mine too. Okay. There was this one time, people are always bugging me about one reason why I'm telling you a lot of this. Is people always ask me why I'm happy, why I'm smiling, why I'm laughing all the time. And one day they were doing this in this room. And there was like, I don't know, 12, 15 people. And they're all bugging me about being happy and stuff like that. Like I said, and they all left. And there was one guy left. But he's only like a 17-year-old kid. So I go up to him and I ask him, I said, what are you going to do when you find out that they're all wrong and I'm right? And I can't exactly remember what he said, but then I see him again 4 months later. So I don't see him all the time. And 4 months later I asked him, and he said something to me. Matthew, write a book. I told him I'm making a video. And I took him outside away from people so I could talk to him alone. And I asked him, so remember what I asked you? He goes, yeah. I go, do you believe it now? He says, yeah, they're all wrong. I went, yeah. Okay, so well, what do you think then? That they're all wrong. Well, they don't just understand, they're just wrong. Yes, they are. So I asked him if I could tell that story to you. And he said, yeah. But this is a story I want to tell you now. I was at work the other day. There was like three fathers sitting there, and they're talking about, I don't know, we're talking about stuff. I'm talking about, giving kids now $40. They go out and play, and they come back, and you just gave them $40, and you don't know what really happened. Well, this is a story that happened to us. I said, I had this thing that happened to us when we were younger, and it was like kind of pretty cool. And I said, my dad, we never seen him drink. We never seen my parents drink at home. They didn't drink around us. But up above the cabinet, there was this bottle of wines. And one of the wines they had was a bottle about short like this, and it comes down like this, and it gets wider. But on that wider part is this kind of like straw stuff, I don't know what it was, and we didn't really care. We didn't drink it. So kind of like this straw stuff. So my dad one day, he goes, okay guys, get in here. So we all go in the room, and he takes that straw bottle and he puts it on the table. All the lights he turns off. He puts a candle on the side, in the middle of it. A short candle. Not a tall one, just a short one. Short one like that. And he asks us, what do I start with? We go, blue one. I'm just trying to paraphrase this now. Forget this happened 50 years ago, so longer than that even. He goes, blue one. He takes a blue one, and he drifts up like this. And the can, the bottle jar was there, and it's lit, and he takes the blue can, and he drifts all like this. And he goes, what color now? Go, yellow one, yellow one. There's like three ones. Yellow, just yellow. And he drifts all over the jar. And we go through successive of colors. We have to say something more than once because, you know, he's coating the outside of this jar over the straw and stuff. And you're sitting there and you're in awe, you're in amazement. And all it takes for amazement, it's not $40, it's not $60, not having more money than your friends. It's sitting there, watching him go drip by drip. You know how many drips she had with a candle? Do you know? Neither do I. But could you imagine how many you get? Quite a few, eh? There's like hundreds of them out of one candle. And in those days, a candle probably cost like a nickel. I don't mean a birthday candle, I mean it's an ordinary candle. You're going back now to 64, 65, 66, yeah? You're going way back then. You know, maybe before that, but it's all he's doing, he's dripping wax on a jar. And it was cool. You know, I was telling that to these guys what we did and how we did that. And what they said was, he said, Matthew, I'm gonna do that, just what you said, and I'm gonna bring it in the pictures so that you see it all. And this is a 40-year-old man, and he's all jittery, he's all excited, and me and him joke about the trifectas, and you should see his movement. You should have seen his movement, his actions. It would have blown you away. That's something so simple, but made you so happy. When you think about it, you get $40. He couldn't tell you a week later when you would have $40. Yet I remember that 5-cent, 3-cent candle. And how we sat around and watched it. How we thought it was so cool just to watch. There's a little fire. And played with it. So he's going to bring me in pictures to see it. So I can't wait to see him next time because he's going to have it in his phone. He's going to have it. So I'll get to see it. But it's a pretty cool thing that you're telling something that happened to you when you were younger, and very few people can, you know, associate with it because, you know, that didn't happen to them. But this is how I grew up. This is part of what makes me bubbly and stuff like that. It's like, wow, man, you can remember something like that. I'm so cool. But that's just one thing, you know? One thing. One of a million things. Well, you know, I can mention so many people, and all I did was laugh with them. And I don't know, I love you. Oh, by the way, I want to thank you all for my birthday. And those of you that didn't, it doesn't matter because every day is my birthday. But a lot to my mom because this isn't her thing. Birthdays aren't her thing. And that's when she waited till to do this. We didn't grow up celebrating things like that. I go to a witness. And that was a pretty cool thing to grow up because I learned things differently. And I am a different person. Because every day is important. Every day. Because life is a daily thing. Do you know that? Life is what happens every day. Not what happens on Friday or Saturday. That's why I wake up giggling. It's another day. You know what it's like to wake up in the morning and look at a mirror and go, man, I spend the rest of the day with you? Praise be. That's how I start my day. Okay, I don't mean to talk like this all the time, but this is how I talk. I am excited. Don't want to not do this to you anymore. I really want you to know. But it's like, I'm hoping I'm doing this right. My roommate actually got me this microphone. I'm hoping it's working. Since I don't know how. I don't know anything about electronics, but it's Sunday today. And you know what? Where should I go? I don't know exactly where to go. But maybe I should go there. Since it's Sunday. You know, the world's a beautiful place, and we should want to keep it that way. We have to. You know, when I think about, the earth, and they always tell you about what happened in our time way before us, it's kind of weird that even up till yesterday, we got people sitting in rooms, and all that's going through their mind is they're thinking of a better way to kill each other. Isn't that wild? That we have that many armies? We have that, even now. Do we really need to kill each other? Really? Do we really have to? I love you. I don't want to kill you. And if you don't love me because any other reason, maybe Trevor don't care. I mean, he goes, oh yeah, maybe one of the reasons because I'm black. Well, you know what cool thing about that would be? Is I want me to be the first black person you ever meet. Because you're going to find out that when someone says black people are like this, you're going to say, no, they're not. That guy's like that. That's what I want me to be the first black person you ever met. So I'm going to tell you this story. There was this, I was working in this warehouse, and me and this guy were going out for coffee. And I'm telling you, this guy, I haven't seen this guy since this story happened. And I said to him, you going for coffee, guys? Yeah, me too. So we left, and the warehouse is kind of like underground partially. So the stairs go like this. Like that, right? So I go, come on, let's go. I go, want to go for a burger? And we're running up the stairs like, shh. And he goes, I got no money. And I stop cold. I'm not laughing anymore. I'm not smiling anymore. And he's looking at me and his eyes bulge. I go, and I ask him, don't you notice I'm not laughing anymore? Yeah. Do you notice I'm not smiling anymore? Yeah. Do you know why? I asked him. You told me you had no money. Did I ask you if you had any money? No. What did I ask you? I asked you if you wanted to go for a burger, didn't I? Yeah. And what did you do? You mentioned money. Now I'm not laughing anymore. You don't want me laughing now? Yeah, okay, let's go. So we I made him walk down the set of stairs again. We walked down the stairs again. Then I looked at him and said, are you ready? He goes, yeah. I go, okay, let's go. We were running back. You want to go for a burger? Yeah, okay, let's go. And said, okay, you have to understand, this is only like a 25-year-old. I'm like 55 years old. So we go out, we get in my car, and he was driving in my car, and I could see out of the corner of my eye, he is just staring at me. He just wouldn't stop staring at me. And we get down to the restaurant, and we go through the drive-thru, and kept to the window. Well, I said, "Will you order?" And I asked. I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, Matthew, I'm a vegetarian." I said, "Oh, okay." And so he goes, "Okay, well, get it. Okay, you want the veggie burger?" And I yelled there, "I want something that had parents." So they give me, we both eating our burger. But even the whole time he's eating his burger, I can feel his eyes piercing in the side of my head. And I didn't say nothing to him or anything. But after we finished, his eyes softened, softened. She said, when I say that, I mean by I touched his heart. He doesn't know me. That's his dad. Don't even know his name. Can't remember his name. Don't need to know his name. I need to know his heart. So, we had the burger. We went back to work. A week later, he comes up to me. I guess a week later, a few days later, something like that. And he comes up to me and goes, Matthew, I'm going back to Belgium. Because we didn't work the same shift, so we didn't see each other all the time. And he says he's going back home. He comes up and gives me this great big hug. Matthew, I'll never forget you. I said, I won't forget you either. And to this day, I kind of like forgot what he was like. But he might remember. He might remember because, I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he didn't meet that many black people, so maybe he does remember. But I just told him, I won't forget you. I don't. I never forgot that. So, this is a Sunday, and you know, I should be just talking to you regularly like this so you understand. But I'm going to give you one more eensy-weensy little story, okay, for a Sunday. I was going to a SkyTrain. Most of you know what a SkyTrain is anyway. You see it all the time on TV, you know, trams in the sky. And I was just walking along, and there was this lady, and she's handing out free newspapers. And she sees me coming, and I look at her, and she hands me a news. She goes, every time I see you, she says to me, you're always smiling. I look at her, and I go, that's because I'm looking at you. Don't know this lady, don't know her name. She grabs me by the head, grabs me towards her, kisses me on the lips. We hug, and I go about my way. I go home and I tell my roommates this story. They go, when they ask me, you can ask her out? I said, I don't know her name. She goes, don't you know who she is? No. I said, but they say she just on the lips. Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter really. I just know I touched her heart. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to touch your heart. That's a pretty cool thing to happen, eh? Total strangers kiss you on the lips for no reason. Except you made their heart just expand just a little bit. Okay, so I told you last time that I'm going to tell you about how I got started into this, as far as I know, as far as my mind goes. The next time I talk to you, I will go to that. I just wanted to tell you these little things right now. So, hope you have a nice day. You know I love you. That won't change. That'll never change. Oh, wait, maybe I should tell you one more eensy. It's like almost like, you know, just one more little thing about this lady. I don't see her very often. And one time we were sitting in this old lunchroom we were sitting in, it's no longer there. And she was talking to some guy, and I'm sitting there. She's talking about this guy when they were in a bar, because they live in the same kind of area, said that, you know, he was hitting on her. And she said, oh yeah, you were hitting on me about this. And he's kind of embarrassed by it, you know, because of course he wasn't successful. Anyway, he leaves the room. Now after he left the room, it was just me and her there. And I asked her this question. I said, he was hitting on you? She said, yeah. I said, is that because of him or because of you? You know what she did? She hesitated for a second. And then she looked at me. And she said, it's because of me. And I looked at her. You remember, this girl's only like 18, 19 years old, I think. She looks at me. I tell her, it's just because of me. said, because of you, yeah. I said, in my books, your status will never drop below here. It won't ever do that. To the point of one day seeing her again. I even worked with her for a little bit. And she was walking down the middle aisle. And I'm kind of loud sometimes. So when I'm somewhere, you know where I am. And she used to always yell at me and tell me to go away because I disrupted her area. And she was walking by me, and I see her, see that girl over there? She's always giving me a hard time. She stops dead. Dead? Huh? Okay, I think it's working. I don't know. Okay. See, I don't have my electronic engineer here. I'm by myself, so I can't fix anything. But I told you she was walking away. She's walking down past me. And there's like 6, 7 people standing there. And I said, that girl's always giving me a hard time. She turns around in the middle of the warehouse. It makes me smile, what she says. But Matthew, you love me. And I try and control my face, and I try not to laugh. And next thing you know, I burst out laughing. I go, yeah. What do I do? Hit the nail on the head. What do I do? There's nothing more I can say. And yes, I love her. She knows. Anyway, hope your hearts are okay. I don't want to talk to your brains. I want to talk to your hearts. So I'm going to try and make sure, to continue on and not leave as much time in between. I had to brush myself off to get started again. Anyhow, I love you, and have a beautiful day. And I'll try and do it more often. This is Matthew C. Williams. Goodbye.